Welcome to PK Woodworking. This is episode 4, I believe, of the set for the workshop. I wanted to go over some of the progress so far, and then I also wanted to talk about logistics of this whole kind of project, because I don't know if I was clear about it, but as soon as this is turned over to me from the contractor and it's signed off by the city, the inside of this will be empty. Won't be any walls on it, won't be a ceiling. And from there on out, it's me. And so I've been accumulating what it takes to get all this done over the course of time. And I'm gonna show you all the different things that go through my mind and how we got this kind of together. And hopefully, when this gets turned over to me, we can kind of make a quick business of getting the shop up and running the way I want to. So I'll give you some small little snippets of what they've got accomplished so far, and then we'll get into the logistics. Okay, as you can probably see behind me, they've put in the electrical that's required to get us signed off. Some of this I'm going to be able to use. Some of it, unfortunately, isn't exactly where I wanted it to be, but I'll be able to, I think, mold it into whatever I need, including there's some lights in the ceiling that I probably won't use, but I can utilize the circuit and do it the way I want to do it. Okay, kind of try to get out of the way of this. So the bathroom is plumbed, ready to put the instant hot water heater that's going to actually go above the door on the inside, so kind of out of the way. We've got all the venting done, all of the PEX is done, and we're ready to go. The actual fixtures for the shower tub combo are not installed yet that go inside of it. However, they did mount the high shower head mounting that I asked for above. And they haven't yet vented the fan that's required, so I don't know exactly how that's gonna work, but I'm sure I'll find out this week. So as you hopefully can see down here, again, the plumbing's completed. They actually ended up putting in 2 hose bibs, and the one down at the end there also includes a pressure regulator and a shutoff. So that's kind of cool. I didn't expect them to come up with 2 hose bibs, but I'll use them for sure. Hopefully, as you can see, we are ready to start stucco. We're gonna have inspection, I believe, on Tuesday, and then stucco should start immediately after. It is probably gonna have some weather this week, so I don't know if that'll push me back or not. We'll see. So as you can see, we've got windows and doors installed, and the roof tiles are on the roof as required, and I believe, again, we should be, after sign off on Tuesday, ready to start putting the roof tiles and completing the roof. So great progress there too. You might see, if you really zoom in, there are some plugs also placed throughout the outside, including some ones up near the eaves for some power, and also if I want to put Christmas lights, etc., on this building at some point in time. Okay, so I apologize for the squinting out here at this time of the day, but this is the 10 by 10 shed that is supposed to be my lumber storage, and it will be when we're done, but I just want to show you, this is the beginning of the logistics conversation around the things to acquire to get to a place for this shop. So I've been talking about the unit of plywood, and there is the unit of plywood. And then you can see some wire that I've got here in the front that's ready to go. And then I'll bring you a little farther inside so you can see some of the dust collection stuff. So I think you can see the dust collection stuff back there, but all the piping is there. Inside this box are fixtures, some of the clamps, some of the parts that are required to get it to all work. And this is just one part of the places I'm storing, so hold please. Okay, now I'm going to bring you kind of through the garage. So I've got fasteners down there to attach all of that plywood, and then in the Menards box, believe it or not, they are the cheapest place right now to get metal boxes and the trim rings to go on the metal boxes, and so that's what's in that box. So this is the flexible conduit that I'm going to be running through the walls to put the wiring in. and across the ceiling also. So that came in a couple of weeks back, and again, I found the best place to buy it at and included shipping and got a good deal. You may have seen this before or part of it before in some of the videos, but what I've got here is max line piping, the shut-off boxes for my mini splits, the whips that you need for the mini splits, the bigger cable I need for my sander, that's I think 6.2 or 6.3, excuse me, 14.2 because it's really cheap right now for the lighting, speaker wire, Cat 6, more of the max line stuff, and then the Prevost. I got a really nice air reel to get rid of the Flexzilla air reel I have. And then in here, I've got more electrical stuff hiding behind there too. And then if you look up here at the top, I've got the tool to actually cut the flexible conduit. And I've got Wagos, I've got all of my commercial plugs, and I've got all of my breakers for 3-phase and single phase stacked on top of this, also ready to go. Okay, so now inside of my incredibly messy existing shop, I've got all this stuff stacked up. So I've got my new phase perfect phase converter. I've got the enclosure for the Cat 6 lines to terminate at. And I've got the mini split head over there, other stuff. I'll bring you further in to show you more. I'll try to give you a view of this. So at the end, I've got a little mini fridge that'll go inside the shop. Next to my joiner planer combo, I have 2 Powermatic air scrubbers, air filters that'll go in the ceiling. I've got more of the stuff that I got for my ducting. I got some amplifiers for some of the speakers that are going to go in. And again, like I said a second ago, my mini split head. And then there's just all kinds of random things just thrown in here to try to get it to fit, including parts of the sander, etc. I had to move some of this around just so the electrician's going to be able to land the cable for the 200 amp sub panel that's going to go in the new shop. One of the things I don't really know how to completely articulate, and maybe I've said it before, but some of the things that are in this shop I need to remove from the shop and install into the new shop, which is easier said than done because some of the things I need to like cut, like I'm going to need to use my table saw to cut, you know, a bunch of sheets of plywood in half to create these 2-foot strips that go across the middle. I'm sure they won't be exactly 2 feet. There'll be some other dimension. So I'll need to have that working here still, which means I can't pull down my old power, you know, phase perfect power supply, etc. I'm going to use my old mini split inside the new shop along with another mini split. So I can't really take this down easily until all this stuff is out of the way. I can't do that until some of those other things are put up in the shop. I really don't need all the electrical that's inside this shop that's in here right now. I have so much electrical in here, but is it easy to take it out and unterminate and just leave it? You know, it's one of those questions. Same with all the air connections. So it's going to be one of those things over time that I'm going to try to figure out as quick as I can. I'm definitely going to take most of the lighting out of here and reuse it in the shop. But again, that's one of those things where I'm going to have to get everything out of here and then take all that lighting down and get it into the shop while the products are from here are in the new shop, which makes it harder to move around. So there's going to be a little bit of that going on. Plus, I'm going to be probably doing this by myself most of it because my sons are at school. So this is going to be mostly a PK-like kind of thing. So anyways, I just wanted to keep you guys all connected. This is the worst my shop has ever looked. I actually have to do a job in the next few days, and I can't get anything out of the front of the shop because I'm missing that big chunk of concrete right there. So there's going to be some Jenga that's going to have to happen in here for me to do anything, and that'll be something I'll be getting done in the evenings this week. So again, just keeping you guys appraised of how this is all moving. I believe we're going to be getting Stucco started this week. Should have full sign off on electric, full sign off on plumbing, and we should be getting the roof completed and getting pretty close. I assume that the The garage door will go in pretty soon also. So all those things are moving along at a pretty decent clip. The only thing that really is holding you back at this point is a certificate and some concrete. So thanks for being with us here for this like series, and hopefully we can get to something more exciting, like actually building the inside of the shop, which I'll definitely take tons of video on. So hope you have a great week, and thanks a lot.